Hey everybody, this is Ryan with Driving Sports TV. I am here at Boxerfest in PA, and guess what I found? I found the 2022 Subaru Forester Wilderness. We can't even drive this yet. It's not even available for the press to drive, but they have one here at Boxerfest. Let's take a quick look at this thing. So we are scheduled to actually review this thing in October. We're going to take it out to a special undisclosed area. We're not getting it on our off-road course yet, though. That is coming later. Right now, we just get to take a quick look at it, and I did steal the keys. So let's take a look inside, shall we? They probably have it full of stuff because they're not expecting people to pop in, but I'm going to show you a couple things here. So right here we have a new pull. Instead of a physical pull, it's actually electric. Look at that. So much nicer than the old version. Unlock. Let's put that back. Oh, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. We're here, for those of you just joining, we're at Boxerfest in PA. In the back of the Forester, let me just give a brief recap. For those of you who just joined us, we are looking at the new 2022 Subaru Forester Wilderness, which they brought out to Boxerfest here in PA. Now, we can't even review this thing yet. We don't get to review it. We're driving it in 3 weeks or so, but it is here, so we can poke around and get some more details. Yes, we had a preview about a few weeks ago. There's also a quick release on this side, a hook, but in the preview, we didn't get a lot of time with the vehicle. So this is what it looks like in the back. Those backpacks are not included, but they didn't expect anybody to be poking around this at the booth. Do we get the lights? Yep, we get the light here for illuminating the workspace. Let's go ahead and close that. Now let's move up to the second row. We'll do this in our standard format. So the second row is very much like you would expect in a Forester. You know, 2022 is a mid-cycle refresh. This isn't a complete redesign, which is probably why you don't see a turbo in it yet, because yeah, they're kind of stingy with their turbos, but also because it is not a complete redesign yet. However, it does give them the opportunity to do something a little fancier, as they've done with this Wilderness. So in terms of tires, or actually in terms of everything, what makes this a Wilderness? Well, first off, you have the Geolander tires, just like we saw in the Wilderness Outback. We also have a new nose. Now, the nose is shared with other Foresters for 2022. However, this one has, of course, the extra cladding. And I'm going to talk to the engineers and find out. There seems to be a pattern here. See the details there? I'm wondering if that's like, you know, is that for wind? Is that for less drag? Or is it just to make it look interesting? Because that would give another reason for this cladding to exist other than just the sake of cladding. Wilderness badge. Okay, let's take a poke inside. Now, inside, are there AC vents for the back seat? Joe is asking. Let's take a look. Not only do we have AC vents back here, we also have 2 USBs. And then what? Are those face plates for seat warmers? I think they are. This one is equipped with a Harman Kardon system. Let's see if I can get that a little. And of course, we have Subaru Wilderness. We have the mud mats that are with Wilderness. We also have the copper highlights that Subaru has been throwing on everything, except on the Outback, they said that all of the copper points were functional, like they're calling out functions in the system. This one, maybe not quite so much, because there's no actual hooks here. They're just pointing out the fact that there is a roof rack there. Whereas with the Outback, it was actually pointing out real tether locations. So let's look inside. And here we have dual function X mode, snow dirt, deep snow, and normal. The deep snow, I'm assuming this will have the same functionality as the Outback Wilderness, which includes an improved X mode. The seats, they have the Wilderness embroidery, and then you have the StarTex material, but here they have a honeycomb pattern. And the sunroof is not quite panorama, but it's pretty nice. It's a good size sunroof. And then the system here, there is a front view camera. The front view camera shows in the upper section, which is kind of cute. And then this one is the backup camera, as well as infotainment. They did not go to a tablet yet because, again, this is not a complete redesign. This is a mid-cycle refresh. So you probably want to look under the hood too. Let's go ahead and do that. We weren't allowed to when we did the press preview a few months ago. So let's take a quick look here. Now, one thing that you'll notice is it's not hinged here. It's actually hinged under, oh wait, there it is, under the badge. Somebody hold that for me? Thanks, just hold it right there, that's good. Okay. Unfortunately, no hood pistons yet. So let's flip this around. And there, yep, no turbo, just like you would expect. Mid-cycle refresh, turbos usually are added on regular full redesigns. This is a 2.5. Oh wait, which is this? Is it 2.5? It's 2.5, right? I think it's always 2.5 in the Forester. Anyways, whatever the Forester had. But the important thing that we're looking at is, yep, turbo would go there, no turbo. Anybody have any questions? Let's close this up as awkwardly as we can. Okay, and that's our quick little look at the new 2022 Subaru Forester Wilderness. Let's go ahead and lock it up. And let's take a quick walk around the rest of the event, because I got a whole bunch of stuff here. So there we go. There's the Outback Wilderness, which we've already done. Here's the 2022 WRX on display. Even though this one looks exactly like the one I reviewed, it is not. This is one that was used in the advertising. We know this because they had to clean mud off of it. Can the Wilderness be ordered without a sunroof? I cannot answer that yet, Hamster Cool Bean, because we don't actually know all of the packages yet. Typically, the Wilderness is a pretty full-featured setup, so don't know. Got the BRZ there, similar to the one we did. Over here, we have Scott Speed's Rallycross car. And hopefully YouTube doesn't knock us for the music in the background. What's this? Is this a 22B? Why, yes it is. This is the OG Subaru. And for those just tuning in, we are live from the York County Fairgrounds. So Zach is asking why the Forester's ground clearance is lower than the Outback's. I am guessing, and we will confirm this with engineers when we do the full ride and drive next month, but I am guessing it's because the tires are actually smaller tires. The tires have a smaller diameter, so that actually does reduce clearance slightly. In fact, let's go back there and I will tell you what the tire sizes are. And then maybe somebody could do some quick math to see if that is the case. I'm going to try to keep talking, and the reason I'm talking is so that YouTube doesn't kill this feed because of the music in the background. So let's see. So this is the Outback, and it has, where are those? 225 65 R17 on the Geolander ATs. Now if we go over to the Forester, it has, where are they? They're always upside down, aren't they? 225 60 R17s. Smaller tire. Thanks for answering about the sunroof. I only didn't want to say it because I don't actually know the official thing, and you never really know. Till we get official, I have to be kind of careful about that. There's the 22B. Hello, 22B. Hey, if we're going to be doing more of this live stuff, maybe I should actually get a gimbal for my phone. Sorry, I'm just not used to doing things with just phones. Usually I use bigger cameras. And yeah, they have an S209 here too. 209. Now this is actually going on live. We're here at the York County Fairgrounds in Pennsylvania. Let's walk over to the show cars, shall we? Anybody want to see show cars? Let's take a quick little walk over there. We will be reviewing the full Subaru Forester Wilderness. I think it's mid-October is when we're driving it. So and I don't know when the embargo date is yet. I would assume slightly after that, so probably end of October. We just lucked out in the fact that they had one here. So here's an interesting thing at the car show. Yeah, that's a Subaru, or was. All sorts of interesting things here. And not just people into new stuff, they also have some classic Subarus here. K-Truck? Why, yes, thank you. There's a K-Truck. Entry. And then there's this little guy here. I just love the weird ones, and that's definitely a weird one. Okay, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Anybody else have any questions for us, or me, before I wrap it up here? Thanks for joining. If you're catching this late, the Subaru 2022 Wilderness Forester, we will have a full review sometime next month, filming it mid-ish month. Yeah, and hopefully a lot more to come. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again right here the next time we stream. Also, make sure to check us out on our main channel. That's Driving Sports TV. Thanks. And see ya.